carbohydrates, protein, and fats. Now, all these things, when you eat them, they'll be broken down to the least of their forms so that it can be absorbed into the system. So we break carbohydrates into polypeptides and then dipeptides and then not peptides. Carbohydrates into polysaccharides, disaccharides, and then monosaccharides. I know you guys know these things. So monosaccharides are the ones that are actually absorbed. And for the monosaccharides, we only have three. We have the glucose, we have the galactose, and we have the fructose. So any carbohydrate you eat, be it a fruit, and I hope most of you can remember that fruits are actually carbohydrates, be it beans. I know you know beans are carbohydrates. After arguing that there is all carbs, we've had all these arguments. Now you've understood that 65% of the bean is fiber and fiber is carbohydrate. Therefore, beans are carbohydrates. Okay, so now you break them down to glucose, you break fruits down to fructose, you break milk down to galactose. Now, these three are the ones that are absorbed into the bloodstream and they have their own path. We discussed about carbohydrates. On the protein, we break them into polypeptides, okay? After polypeptides, then we go into dipeptides and then amino acids. So when you eat that red meat, you don't absorb red meat. Hello? This is the point. When somebody tells you white meat is better than red meat, ask them, how is it better, yet we don't absorb white meat, we absorb amino acids? Okay? Questions zinaanzia hapo. So we break down all these proteins into dipeptides and into amino acids, and then we absorb the amino acids. These amino acids go and form neurotransmitters, they go and form muscle repairs and all that, and that is it. Some of them give you energy. And then we go to the fats. Now, fats are broken down to triglycerides, and then these triglycerides are actually broken down to free fatty acids and glycerol, and then you absorb the monoglycerides into the bloodstream. Okay? So when it gets into the bloodstream, it's not tallow anymore. It's not ghee. It is the monoglycerides that get into the bloodstream and they are ferried all the way to the fat cells. However, I want you to know this, that most fats are not even taken into the bloodstream. They're absorbed into the lymphatic system. There are lymphatic vessels in the small intestines that are called the luteal vessels. They're the ones that absorb fat. Therefore, again, another question comes here to your doctor, Daktari. As you tell me that tallow will solidify and clog my arteries the same way it solidifies on the plate, please tell me where fat is absorbed. Is it absorbed direct into the bloodstream or into the lymphatic system? Because fat is not directly absorbed into the bloodstream. It is absorbed into the lymphatic system. So therefore, there's no way it can actually come in and clog blood vessels. So ask your doctor those questions.